Chapter 5, The Temple of the Seasons. We find ourselves in the basement of the Temple of the Seasons. Edrick is on the far side of the door, standing on the stairs, listening in to the scene happening within this private prayer and library rooms, which Donovan, Calvin, and Finick far away, as well as Yolanda, find themselves in. Donovan has just accused or attempted to threaten Yolanda into revealing information about the location and whereabouts of his lovely old horse. Meanwhile, Finick attempted to provide some sort of stability and comfort while also trying to get answers. In return, Yolanda has pulled a knife on the mayor and is now going to continue to attack. Is there initiative, correct?
Yes, it's based on
dexterity.
Half your dex, I think.
Half your dex.
Half of my dex is 30.
25.
Let me check.
Oh, ow, oh. Because I got
She's stabbed. You didn't get stabbed.
My stomach hurts.
Act in order of dex, or just regular dex.
Oh, okay.
And then
cool,
it descends.
50.
50.
60.
Okay, so she's going to go next because she has 65.
Wow.
Bitch.
What a dexterous lady.
She's again going to try to, I think the best possible solution here would be to stab the only other person with a knife. So you, Finick, have kind of backed away, dodged out of the way. So she is going to lunge forwards at you, Donovan. So roll to dodge.
Oh, hell yeah.
She has obtained a regular success.
I got... Where's dodge?
It is half your dex.
Oh, I got a... what's the word? I got an
Hard success.
extreme success.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
dang. Okay. So you avoid taking any harm whatsoever.
Wait, if
Wonderful.
I dodge, am I allowed to attack her?
Nope.
Damn it.
You can either fight back or dodge.
Okay.
So you dodge out of the way, leading us into the turn of one man named Calvin. Calvin,
Hi.
you are in the private prayer room, furthest removed from this fight. You just witnessed Donovan's attempted stabbing and Finnick's attempted stabbing at the hands of someone that you've known a very long time, Yolanda, which you've all come to the conclusion that she doesn't seem to be herself right now, and she seems quite different than she normally is. Something seems to be
Right.
wrong with her.
Yeah, well, I don't want to, kill her or anything like that, and I don't really want to cause her physical harm. I just want to make sure she's incapacitated so she can't attack people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fisherman. I don't really bring knives with me. Is there anything in this, just in this split second that I can see that I might be able to grab off the wall or off the prayer table or anything like that to use as any kind of makeshift weapon?
There's a small wooden basin containing salt water that you could probably pick up and whap her with, if that was your prerogative.
Sure. You know what? This seems like it'll advance the story. This water seems like sketchy water.
Okay.
I like water. I'm a fisherman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up and I'm just gonna try to run forward and whack her with it.
Are you
Not
gonna
in a
wait? Are
lethal
you
way, just
pouring out the water at first?
nope.
Oh,
Because it's heavier with the water.
okay. All right. Cool. Sounds good.
That might be a good idea.
Do it.
Water makes
Do it.
Yeah.
Make the roll.
Water's
So
gonna give
sorry,
her
is it
tentacles.
plus? Do I roll make a dex check?
It
or
is
is it
going
strength?
to be a fighting,
Oh, the brawling skill.
I would say, brawl.
Okay.
This seems like a brawl.
A maneuver is treated the same way as regular fighting attack using the fighting brawl skill. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's a 6. Oh.
She gets a hard success for dodging.
shit.
Well, that's great for her because I got a fail.
Oh, that's lovely
Yeah,
news.
my skill's a 45. I rolled a
She
65.
should have
Uh-oh.
stabbed. She dodged. I said she dodged. So you try to simultaneously hit and splash with this water, and it just kind of, that thing that when you fill a pot with water and then the seiche wave kind of splashes it out of the bin, that kind of happens as you try to move the water too quickly, and it wiggles back and forth and splashes out, and you end up attempting to hit her with an empty wooden pail, essentially, like a wide wooden pail, but she can
Or an industrial kitchen tub.
Industrial kitchen tub, and can very easily duck out of the way. Make spot hidden checks, folk. Except for you. Yeah, no, not Edrick.
47 regular success.
I got
Okay.
Wait, me
I
too?
got a 9
Yeah.
out of 25, so I think that's a hard success.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I fail.
You
Oh
fail.
no.
Both of you notice that there is as she's taking these few maneuvers, that there seems to be a small red stain forming around her, like the right side of her abdomen in her like dark gray robes, almost like a blood
Like blood?
stain. Yes.
She stabbed herself.
Who's after? Who's next? Who's after
I
60?
think all
Both
three
of you
us
have
are
50?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of us move together. Go.
Yeah, really. Who
I'm
wants to
going
go
to hear
first?
the commotion, and I'm going to take out my
Yeah.
axe and try and break down the door.
Break down the
Here's
door. Do it.
Johnny.
Strength. Do strength. Or if you're fighting axe is better.
No, Johnson's outside the temple.
I'm strength.
Shit.
Okay, do strength.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nice.
I
This is
got
the way it was supposed to be.
71, and I had strength 70.
Shit.
Oh.
Your
This is
axe lodges
bullshit.
very firmly into the door.
Can I push this roll?
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going
You
to...
can absolutely push this
What
roll.
does it mean?
He's
'Cause
been
it's just-
chopping
to
wood his
another
entire
roll.
You
life.
put
again?
yourself at greater risk to try again.
Mhm. If you roll again. If you succeed, it's you succeed, and if you fail, it's greater detriment.
Ooh, that's way better. That's a hard success.
Okay, so your first swing lands into the door and just kind of like rests in it. You at first think that the axe might be stuck, but with the adrenaline coursing through your veins, you manage to pull it out and cut the door like just as almost diagonally across 3 of the panels there, and it just breaks them down. You could squeeze through the panels of the door fairly with some difficulty, but you could manage it.
Bonjour, it is moi.
Oh
Did you stick the
God,
puppet
no.
through and do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Sid.
Okay.
We missed you.
Bonjour.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going next?
Okay. I'm going to, so how far away? Because I remember I moved away from her.
Yes, you're back in the like library, and they are out in the prayer room, which is
Okay.
like just around the corner.
Since at this point, I have my bow and arrow with me.
You have your bow and arrow with you?
What?
Dude, I'm going around trying to see if there's something weird. I'm a hunter
You're a mayor.
for fun. I'm a mayor, but I need to be able to defend myself.
That's what a knife is for. I don't
It's
know why
also
you
what
have
a bow and arrow is for.
If you have a bow
Yeah,
and arrow on
that's
you,
like-
you have a bow and arrow on you. That's fine.
Like I have this big brown jacket that has like a place to put my bow and
You
arrow
have a holster for your bow and arrow in your jacket,
inside. Yes.
like an
That sounds
FBI
amazing.
Why is
agent.
this hard to believe? I'm trying to
FBI,
protect
open up.
myself.
Okay.
It's a tough political life right here.
All right.
You
All
gotta
right.
kill
You
some
have
enemies to survive in this town.
you have a bow and arrow.
Okay. And I'm going to try and shoot for the leg.
Okay. Make a not firearms, bow and arrow roll.
Dope. So I have 45 and I got 28. So that's a regular.
Okay. How does fight back work?
Person firing the bow and arrow makes a percentile roll and compares it with their bow and arrow skill. If you are at point blank range within 1/5 of your dex in feet, you gain 1 bonus die on the skill roll.
That you're definitely within that distance.
Okay.
Within 1/10?
Yeah, no 1/5.
1/5. What's 1/5 of your dexterity?
1/5 of my dexterity is 10.
You're definitely within 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to add a damage die. How does fighting back
If
work?
you are fighting back, use your fighting skill. You need to achieve a higher level of success than your attacker.
Can enemies fight back? Yes. This is great content, everyone. 29 is a hard success.
Shit.
So is there both of them succeed? So you hit her, but she will close the distance and stab you.
It's a simple matter. The winning side avoids receiving any damage and will inflict damage unless dodging on their opponent. It basically means
Both of them do damage to each other.
no.
No.
No? Who? Oh my god, this is so hard.
Both attacker and defender roll percentage dice and compare their levels of success. It's a simple matter. The winning side avoids receiving any damage and will inflict damage unless dodging on their opponent. So because she rolled a higher attack
Okay.
than
Did she
the
get a
mayor
higher
did,
attack?
she does not
Okay.
take any damage and attacks
And
instead.
Cool. You take 7 damage as she stabs you in
Holy
the abdomen.
shit.
And your arrow goes wide over her head and cracks against the stone.
Ugh.
How are you doing, Mayor?
Holy fuck.
Yo, man, how you doing?
I'm very damaged, yes.
Yes. Fragile. All right. Donovan, what you gonna do?
So
This woman is like in front of you on the ground, having just tackled and stabbed the mayor onto the floor.
hey, we have the pot thing, right?
The basin? Yes.
The industrial kitchen tap?
Calvin has it. Yes.
No, it's like the pot, the barrel, the part of the barrel that we brought.
Oh
with
yeah,
us,
the barrels. The
with
barrels on the
stuff
ground in
inside,
here.
right?
Yeah. There's no stuff in it. No.
Oh yeah, we cleaned it out.
Yeah.
How heavy would you say that is?
We're not just gonna carry her with sheep's blood?
A couple pounds. Like it's a fairly hefty size chunk of wood and with iron bands on it. So it's substantial.
Okay, I'm just thinking right now. So I'm trying to visualize this.
Yes.
She tackled the mare. They're both kind of on the ground.
Yes. Her knife is in the mare's abdomen, like stomach.
Did she let go of the knife, or is it still?
She's holding onto the knife, and this is like bullet time.
I'm gonna curb stomp
If you
her
do
wrist.
nothing, she's gonna take. Okay, do it. Try. Do.
Okay.
Try. Do.
That's a hard success, not an extreme
All right.
hard.
Roll 1d3 plus bonus.
Unless she wants to dodge.
You don't have a d3, so that's rough. She's not gonna dodge. She's not dodging. You ever just get stabbed by a priestess of Stivus?
All
I'm
the
really
time.
painting Stivus in a bad light, I've realized.
I got 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Murandine worships
You
him,
got
so...
I got 2.
Okay. She takes 2 damage as you stomp and crack her wrists.
So that like
Jesus.
makes her that I specifically went for the one that like is on
It's whole yeah.
is holding a knife to like
I should also
that,
mention
that could
now,
have gone horrifically.
I should also mention now that if we're still in combat and we're going
Yeah.
to be taking subsequent rounds of combat, would she be outnumbered?
Yes.
Okay, so now when a character is outnumbered by the opposition, the character is at a disadvantage. Once a character has either fought back or dodged in the present combat round, all subsequent melee attacks on them are made with 1 bonus die.
Ooh.
This does
okay.
not apply if it's used with bow and arrow.
Okay, cool. All right, so you've cracked her wrist. A risky maneuver, seeing as she was still holding the knife, but you managed to succeed. You pulled it off. And
Is
then,
the knife still in me?
Yes, it's still in you, but she's
we
like,
can't
then-
remove it. We cannot remove that.
Yeah.
You don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Sure.
That will
I have
I'm a
survival.
dumpster.
I've dealt with the woods and bandits. I know
Her
what to do.
wrist is cracked. She is kind of skidded away on the floor from where the mare is resting as you like kicked her or like stomped on her wrist.
I'm still allowed to
Um,
technically move, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to move in front of the mayor and protect him.
Okay, absolutely. She will dash out into like get up and just uncharacteristically fast for someone who's like she's middle-aged, but she's moving wicked fast in these past few moments. And she runs out into this private prayer room where you Calvin are standing, and will go to that other door that was in this room that was sealed that you had noticed, and will pry it open. And as the seal around the door is broken, quite a bit, like a substantial amount of water will come out from that room, like enough to cover the ground like an inch or so. And you will see Calvin and potentially Edrick from through the door. That this room is just filled with like animal carcasses.
Oh.
And that there's a small table in the middle with almost what looks like a ram's horn. Like it's much larger than a ram's horn would be, like the curved spiraled horn. And it has like this bluish black marbling to it that both of you can see. And she's going to run towards that to grab it. And that is her turn. She's now in this adjoined room holding a spiraled horn and with a broken wrist. She's holding it with her left hand. What would you like to do, Calvin?
Okay, So she's not in the room I'm in. She's in the, like, adjacent room?
No, she's like right in front of you in an adjacent room.
Yeah. I don't really, like, want to get stabbed or attacked with this horn. I'm gonna try to, like, kick her in the shins to, like, make her fall down and potentially drop it.
Okay, so you're just gonna run up. You're just gonna kick this woman to death. You're gonna run up and
I'm not gonna
kick her.
kill her. I just want her to drop the thing.
Make a brawl. She will try to.
And do I get a bonus die because she's outnumbered?
Yes.
Yes.
She will try to
Awesome.
fight back. Well, she hasn't used her thing yet, so no. Right?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What?
But
No.
what she's about to. What is it, Ben? If she
When a
dodges or fights
character is
back.
outnumbered by the opposition, the character is at a disadvantage. Once the character has either fought back or dodged in the present combat
Okay.
round,
Oh, either.
all
Okay.
subsequent,
Okay.
She's gonna do that.
Melee attacks
Yeah.
are made with
She's
one
gonna
bonus die.
dodge. She's gonna try to fight back on this one, but
So I do get the bonus die.
no.
No.
But I thought it was either. Wait. I'm
After she
confused.
does it, people will get it.
Yep, got it. Okay. 35,
I got a regular.
which is a regular success.
We both got regular.
Yes. 35 out of 45.
Okay. She will swing very, very quickly with that spiraled horn as you try to kick at her, and both of you fail to connect with one another in an attempt to remain unhurt. You can see at this point, standing in here, first of all, the smell in here is horrific. Second, on the table, you can see black runes similar to what was in the barrels carved onto the table upon which this horn was sitting. And third, you can see that the blood stain on her abdomen has grown and is like, it's just a huge like stain that's kind of dripping now.
Drip.
Who's next? Who wants to go next? Donovan, Edrick, or Finick? Okay. Edrick.
I'm gonna not hesitate. I'm going to move as fast as I can to where Calvin ran and
To squeeze through that door. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna squeeze through that door.
You squeeze through the door and fall into the room, essentially, because the hole's kind of like up through the door, and you land on this wet stone floor that has a lot of blood in it, honestly, and can rush into the room where Calvin was with your large axe and puppet brandished.
Okay. So what's the situation between Calvin and Yolanda?
Yolanda seems to be wielding a large curled horn with marbling.
Like how close are they to each other?
Very close. This is a small room.
Kicking range.
I'm very scared because if I mess up, I don't want to mess up.
This is a very small swingage room.
However, I do get a bonus die.
You do?
Because I'm going to attack her.
Okay.
With my axe.
Cool.
Fun.
Do it.
So I need a bonus die, so I need one more other D100, I guess.
Yes.
I have to take
I
have to take the best result.
Of the 10, yeah.
What happened, Ben?
Look like a happy face.
What'd you
What
get?
happened, Ben?
I got 2 fucking 90s.
Cool.
Shit.
So that
Roll
is
damage.
That's a
She gets
fucking,
she gets a 33, which is a regular dodge. So you miss.
Yeah, I fucking
Roll
miss.
damage.
Why?
'Cause
Roll
you get
damage.
hit.
Oh.
No, she's not hitting back.
Oh.
Why
Roll your axe's
Oh.
damage.
Oh.
It's a small room, y'all.
Oh. Can't believe this. I hate
Can't
you.
believe you done this.
This is a lot of damage.
That's a
Horrible
lot
game.
of damage. I saw this boat in half. Sorry.
That's 6.
Okay.
Shit.
You swing with like all your force behind it, and she ducks out of the way, and it hits you in the arm, Calvin, and just like knocks you to the ground as this
Great.
large
Thanks,
woodsman's
dice, for rolling
axe
2 fucking 90s.
collides with you.
The worst dice in
Okay.
existence.
Finnick, you're
So
bleeding.
do I take damage or am I
yes,
just knocked?
you take 6
Okay.
damage.
Oh, 6 damage. Okay, yeah, cool.
Finnick, you're bleeding on the ground
Yeah.
with a knife stuck in your stomach.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I feel like I would have adrenaline from what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And how far am I from the door? And how far away is the room from like where everyone else was? Like, for example, where...
Less than 15 feet. It's just like out into the other room and then an immediate right.
Okay. I feel like the best way I can help them right now is to ask for help. Call
Okay.
for help.
Okay.
So I would like to while holding on to my bloody stomach.
Oh, you were asking how far to get upstairs. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
substantially more, but you would have to crawl through the
Yeah.
broken door.
I
And
would
if
like
you didn't have a
to-
key.
I thought it was broken open.
There's a small
but-
hole in it you can squeeze through, but it's not open.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and squeeze through and call for help from someone.
Make
Hoping if someone's
would
out there.
What would the best thing for this scenario be? Maybe luck.
How does that work?
It's the same thing with everything else. You just roll and make sure you're
Yeah.
below the number that you have circled.
Okay, good. Good thing I have high luck. Dope. I got it's extreme. Because I got 70
Extreme.
and I got 10.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you can manage to crawl through the door while doing minimal damage to yourself. Take 1 damage and get up the stairs, and you see walking between the two shores on the bridges. You see Johnson just walking, looking for a horse.
Sees a bleeding mayor. Johnson!
Oh, yes.
John Johnson.
And he's going to sprint over and say, "What happened? Are you okay?"
Yes. All my companions are... Oh, wait. Yes. All our companions are downstairs. And there's something really bad happening. Please help.
Do you need assistance? Are you gonna die? Are you all right, Mayor?
They need your help more than I do.
Okay, he will draw his sword and run down the stairs, joining combat, which I didn't expect.
Hey, yo, Johnson.
I'm
what's
sorry.
up?
It's cool. Okay, up next is gonna be it's gonna be me. It's gonna be Donovan, actually.
Okay. So Johnson just ran down the stairs.
Johnson is at the door. Yes.
What's that? I guess I'm gonna... Do I see him there?
You're in the book room, so no.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the book room and head towards where I hear the commotion still happening in the building.
Okay. You run out of the book room and immediately to your right see a bleeding Calvin on the ground, and standing over him is Edrick with his large axe.
What the hell did you do?
I didn't mean to hit Calvin. I meant to hit her.
I guess I'm gonna turn to Yolanda?
Yolanda.
And
See Yolanda, bitches.
get out of my
All right.
house. So, let's see. Broken wrist. She
Has a horn in her hand,
horn
in her left hand.
Her abdomen is now bleeding a lot.
Profusely. Yes.
Okay, here's a question. Is the bleeding that's happening in her abdomen, does it seem to be affecting her at all?
Nope.
Okay.
She seems to be just as spry. You guys haven't even injured her. That was from the only damage she's taken is from you breaking her wrist.
Hell
You
yeah.
never stabbed her or anything like that. You don't know why she's bleeding. And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be affecting her whatsoever.
I guess it's time to try and break the other wrist.
Okay. You can squeeze on through past Edrick. Go ahead and brawl.
Wait, no, did I see Johnson before this though?
No, you have not seen
Okay.
Johnson.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and go at her.
Okay. You get to roll a bonus die. So roll 2 10s and take whichever one's highest. Or lowest, sorry.
Just
What am
hope
I
you don't
doing?
roll 2 of the same fucking number.
Shit.
And she's going to try to fight back.
So I'm gonna roll. Wait, no, sorry, I might have rolled the wrong one. I got a. Oh shit, that's actually really good. Okay, I got a 19 and my brawl is 45.
Okay.
So that's
a hard success.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
did not. She failed to even attack back. So you can very easily. What were you trying to do?
So
It was brawling.
I've
You're just gonna
I've
fucking
stopped
punch
one
her?
of her wrists from working. She is now
Okay.
holding another possible weapon. I'm going to grab the thing in her hand, and I'm going to punch her wrist to break it, or use my knife
Okay.
to stab it.
Okay, I would go farther with the stab through her wrist than just punching her wrist and breaking it. I don't think you're that yoked.
I have to break something there to make
you
her
can definitely
get a little bit.
stab her in the wrist. You definitely do stab her in the wrist. This doesn't seem to roll your damage.
Sure. My knife damage is 1d4 plus damage bonus. I don't have a damage bonus, so that's a 3.
Okay, coolio.
Haha.
You stab her.
Here comes
easily in
Donovan
the
to
wrist.
destroy your wrists.
She does not. This does not seem to affect her in any genuine way.
Do I
It
still
seems like
get the horn or something?
no.
Damn it.
She doesn't let go of it. But you successfully stab her. That's for sure.
That's fun.
And the blood begins pouring from her wrist. She will, in return, try to bite into you. Just like she has nothing else. She's gonna try to bite into your, not vampire style, but like self-defense style into your neck.
Fight back.
Absolutely.
Is that just another brawl or?
Yep.
Okay, that is a regular success.
Coolio. She also got a regular success.
Nothing happens.
So nothing happens actually. So you kind of spin away from each other as she lunges for you. She seems to be haggard, but not giving up as of yet, and will not attempt to flee this room, but attempt to stabilize herself and hold herself up from collapsing against the table. Calvin, you're on the ground. Your arm's bleeding pretty badly. You just got whapped with an axe.
Mm-hmm. Ouch. So Yolanda's kind of like leaning against the table right now?
Yes, pretty much like
Is she
right
still
next to you, or right
within
at
arm's
your
reach?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. As a fisherman, I feel like it's reasonable that I would have like a little bit of extra fishing line like in my coat somewhere.
Sure.
Just, in case one of my rods breaks or something. I'm wondering if I could pull that out and try to like tie, because I'm lying down on the ground, right? I probably don't want to get up. Could I like try to tie her legs together from being on the ground?
Absolutely. You could try to do that.
Okay.
What? Art and craft? No. Just make a dexterity roll.
Okay. And that is with the bonus die, now that she's done both of the things?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes, sure, absolutely.
Good thing, because one of them was a 19.
Jeez.
And instead it's a 12.
Okay.
So that is that is just an extreme success.
Wonderful. So you're intending to trip her, I presume.
Yes, basically, so she can't
All right.
make a run for it and lunge at people and shit.
You are successful in this. You tie this line around her feet and kind of pull it strongly, and she loses her balance, falls to the ground. The knife clatters out of her wrist and goes sliding across the ground. She's bleeding profusely, and the horn falls out of her hand as well. She seems to be unresponsive, doesn't seem to be moving after that. What now?
I want to
folks?
pick up the horn.
At this point, the door is kicked down by one Johnson, who will barge in, sword at the ready, and yell, "What's going on here?"
Your priest is batshit crazy.
I'm immediately dropping my axe and I'm going to help Calvin.
Okay.
I'm
absolutely.
going to pick up the horn. I'm going to come out the room and I'm going to say, "Where's the mayor?"
The mayor's upstairs.
I'm going to run upstairs and I'm going to perform first aid.
Absolutely.
I am also going to help provide first aid.
Both of you roll first aid rolls. Roll first aid.
Oh shit, that's like
Roll for first aid.
a hard success.
Okay, you stymie the bleeding and can successfully remove the knife without causing
I'm
further
gonna
damage.
because I have like a dark blue jacket on.
Mhm.
I'm gonna like take it off, rip it into strips.
Mhm.
And start wrapping it around, and then once I have like a good section of pressure, I'm gonna quickly pull out the knife, and then I'm gonna wrap the rest.
Okay.
of
Absolutely.
her.
I thought I rolled another 70, so I was very upset, but I'm glad that I actually managed to do a regular success.
Wonderful. You can also bandage using some sort of ripped cloth from your own person. You can bandage
Ripping off a
Calvin's
sleeve.
arm. Absolutely.
Nice.
The blood in that other room I suppose, if you all wanted to investigate it further. No, Johnson will say, "What's going on down here? Why are you attacking the priestess? Why was the priestess attacking you? Why are there so many dead animals in this room? What's happening
Well,
here?"
you can't really ask the priestess at this point.
Make a spot hidden. Anyone that's still in the basement.
I'm in the basement. 67 is a fail.
Oh, now I'm getting all the good fucking rolls. Good job, asshole. This is a regular success.
Okay, you see in the water, which is an inch or so deep down here in the basement, you see some sort of bluish sludge leak out from around where that abdomen wound was on the priestess and kind of seep out towards the stairs.
What the fuck?
It
Like
walks,
liquid
it crawls.
The Nickelodeon
Like-
slime is alive?
No. Not like, it looks literally like if you put blue food coloring into the water and it just like dissipates like that. It looks like that to you, Calvin, that's what it would look like if you were paying attention. But it's just like, it seems to be moving as a unit, right? It's not dissipating 100% in every direction. It's moving directly towards the stairs. And it looks similar to the film sludge stuff you guys saw in the barrels earlier.
Bon Dieu, the sludge appears to be moving.
That's disgusting.
Like it's got a life of its own?
That's what it seems to be.
What the fuck is this?
How heavy is Calvin?
I have a build of 0.
Wow.
You're not a big dude.
I'll attempt
I
to,
mean, I
like,
am, but I'm short, so
I'm just
like...
gonna pick
Okay.
up Calvin.
Unless I said I was tall a few episodes ago, in which case I'm not.
I'm just gonna pick up
I don't
Calvin in
remember
my
what I
arms so they don't have
Okay.
to walk. And we're just
Okay.
gonna
I'm so
waddle.
sorry for hurting you. I'll carry you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Just gonna waddle up following this sludge.
Okay.
We're following the
it-
leader?
Yep.
As it reaches the stairs and out of dry water, it turns to, it's like takes a somewhat more substantial form, almost looking like a small amount of like film on the surface of mud, and seems to be working its way up the stairs, like crawling up the stairs almost. Would you like to operate on that knowledge?
I don't even know what to do.
Okay.
We should block it off. We need to... my head's like... We have to do something to make sure it doesn't touch everything else up there, or it might, I don't know, flood the streets? Corrupt people? I don't know what it does,
Wasn't
but
there like
whatever it is isn't
wasn't there
good.
like a vase or something in the other room?
In the
Or
basement, there was
like
a basin with salt water in it.
Did it have like a cover?
There can be a cover in the corner, yes. Like a little wooden
Okay,
pot
I'm
cover.
gonna put Calvin down very slowly.
Yeah,
I'm
on the
gonna
stairs?
not next to it.
Okay.
Like
All right.
just
Like goes
just
back
before
down the
door.
stairs, sets him down.
Just before the door, I'm gonna
All
run
right.
Try.
run back into the room, get the vase or whatever with the lid.
Okay.
I'm gonna sprint back, and I'm gonna try and get as much of this goop into this vase as much as I can.
How are you going to collect it?
Scraping it.
Okay, that's what I figured. I would say that
Aggressively.
you can successfully do this, and you now have a bucket full of blue film almost, and it seems to be like trying to crawl up the walls of the wooden basin, but is unsuccessful, and you slam the lid down upon it.
Since I have stabilized the mare as best as I can, I'm going to go back downstairs and check the room with the carcasses.
Okay.
Into the
you
trash.
walk in and see there are sheep piled in the corner. Like carcasses with organs and viscera removed. You can see there are 2 barrels underneath the table in the room here, similar to the barrels that you all had fished out of the pools, either your own or Herman's. And you see on the back right corner the bent over body of an old mare.
I'm going to
Like
walk over
Oh, old mare.
to...
like not a mayor, like the horse.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really
How am I
confusing.
the only
Yeah.
one who
I was
understood
like,
that?
I was like, oh my god.
No,
an-
I understood.
An
I
old
was just
mayor?
enjoying the
Is
chaos.
it our mayor?
Jesus,
Yeah,
this
the
is the second
twist is
time
that
this
The
joke
mayor
has
from
been
the
Finick.
made.
rival town that has never been mentioned until the finale.
I'm going to go over to Gretchen's body. I'm
Mhm.
gonna kind of kneel down in front of her and I'm gonna like... Is she like still in one piece or is it like...
No.
Oh shit.
I'm just kind of like bring my hand out and kind of like, I guess I'm gonna find
The head is in one piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, the head is in one piece.
Well, I was
Lovely.
gonna say like I'm gonna find like the head. I'm gonna bring my hand out and like touch her forehead and like kind of like rub her
Mhm.
nose, and I'm gonna say, "I'm so sorry, Gretchen. I'm so
Mhm.
so sorry. I couldn't take better care of you."
It's not your fault.
I'm gonna
You can
punch
just put it-
Sid next to
You can
No, I'm gonna like.
you can just put a stick through her.
Oh, that's
Make it
grotesque.
like no,
But I'm gonna
like you get what I mean, like the horsey, like
Yes,
the,
that's
Yes,
grotesque.
it's so
oh, is it?
grotesque.
Okay.
I'm,
A dead horse head on a stick? That's
I'm gonna-
grotesque,
okay,
Kharla.
okay. I'm gonna try and make it wholesome again. I'm gonna be like petting her nose and be saying like, "I'm so sorry, Gretchen. What the hell am I gonna tell Alice?
Mhm.
Ah, man, you're not gonna see Buttercup walk for the first time. Okay." He kind of like wipes his eyes and he stands up and he heads. He leaves.
1 second. This all is happening. While this is happening, on the stairs, I presume you, Edrick, bring Calvin up to the main area in the temple,
Mm-hmm.
along with your bucket of film. Johnson, who investigated thoroughly the situation, will go upstairs to return and assist the mayor if need be, seeing as the threat seems to have been dealt with. On the ground in the sealed off room, which contains all these remains, you, Donovan, will hear a sputtery, almost like a wet coughing.
I'm gonna quickly turn around from Gretchen's body and look at the body of Yolanda.
You see that she has turned over at this point. The bags underneath her eyes seem to have faded substantially, and she's looking at you and holding her hand out for you. Are you holding the horn still?
Yes.
Okay. She's holding out her like broken hand at you on the ground and is just bleeding to death.
I definitely don't want to give her the horn because I feel like there's some dark shit with that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Johnson at this point?
He's gone back upstairs to assist Mayor far away.
And everyone else has gone upstairs as well.
Correct. To assess the bucket.
I'm going to walk not close enough that she can like grab me if anything is to happen like that.
Yep.
But to like move closer
Okay.
and
Make a listen roll.
my listen is 50. That's a 22. So a hard success.
Cool. She will. You can hear and see her. You can see her lips moving very faintly, as if she just barely doesn't have enough energy to move them. And you can hear on her last breaths something along the lines of "cast it away," before she collapses. Her head collapses back down into the water, and she seems to be deceased.
I'm gonna look down at the horn and kind of look down at her body and nod
Mm-hmm.
before I head
Mhm.
upstairs to where everyone else
What
is
are the
going.
rest of y'all doing?
What in tarnation is this gooey thing?
Yeah, I want to check out the.
I don't
want
want
to
to open it because I don't know what it'll do. But sure
What
is
is
making
my-
a lot of ruckus.
What is my condition at this point?
You are better, but not amazing. Not
Like-
bleeding to the point where you will die in the coming moments, but bleeding to the point of like you need treatment sooner than later, like actual to be stitched up or something.
Can I still walk?
You can still walk, yes. It hurts.
Just limping, or
Yeah.
Oh.
With assistance from another, it's okay, but by yourself, you'd be very slow.
What happened down there? What the No. What was that?
This isn't an R-rated book. We can't show that to kids.
Well, the priestess was up to something spooky, and then whatever this was just decided to pop on out.
And it seems to be maybe controlled by itself or something else. It's not moving like a liquid.
And I'm assuming that
Johnson?
Donovan is still holding
Oh.
the head?
Horn.
The head?
The horn? Are you still holding the horn?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm holding the horn. I understand my mission now.
So yeah, to describe it to everyone, it looks like a large ram's horn, curled and spiraled, but seems to be marbled with this dark black and dark blue, similar to the blue and black of the sludge and the.
It's not
even
blue and black.
I'm fucking telling you, it's blue and black.
Okay, fine.
Mixed in with mud, so that's why it was brown.
Nah.
Motherfucker.
And as well as like the blue film, which seems to have emanated from Yolanda's body.
Could I do an occult to see if,
Sure.
like,
I'll even give you a merit. So
what's that mean?
roll with an extra deal.
Oh, you mean I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll 2 fucking 90s again, like an
So
ingrate?
roll 2, take the lower, which is good.
Can I do
That's a
history on
regular
it?
success.
A regular success. They seem to, the color looks the same, and in your work or in a previous life, things that have the same color and show up on the same day in the same spooky situation typically are highly associated.
I'm gonna look at the group and say, whatever was possessing Yolanda left her before she died. I'm gonna lift up the horn slightly. I'm not gonna let go of it. And I'm gonna say, she told me to cast this away.
Can I do history on the horn?
Sure.
12. And I got... Oh, it's an extreme.
An extreme success.
In the history of our town.
Back when I was a child.
Yeah, tell me what this thing is then. Where have you seen this before?
It is very familiar to what my great-great-grandfather has told me stories about.
Oh, stories about what about?
About a horn.
Oh, okay. The famous stories your grandfather used to tell you about horns. This really
Oh, no.
brings you back.
Okay.
Carly, you're making the history.
Oh, I'm making the history right
Yeah, you're
now.
making the
Okay.
history.
He told me of a story about
Do this in character.
that looks very familiar to me. I've heard stories from my great-great-grandfather, Finland Fairway.
What does it do?
I should have known this.
That's not answering your question. Did he tell you how we could destroy it? Is it
What is
bad?
it?
That horn. Wait, what do you call it?
Horn.
That skull.
Horn.
Horn.
Oh, wait.
It's a horn.
Oh,
It's
it's just
not
a
the
horn?
fucking horse head.
Oh,
Stop talking about my horse.
It's not the horse. It's just a horn.
sorry.
It's horn!
Sorry. That horn can hold evil spirits in it. I don't know what evil spirit is in there, but
Oh boy.
So
Can it ever?
if it holds evil spirits, if we put the sludge in here and close it off, would that stop all the weird stuff that's been happening around town? Did he specify that in any way, that is how we destroy it? Kharla, the person who was making the history of this thing and can tell us how to destroy it.
to be honest with you guys, the literature that explains all this is hidden away. I don't know where it is.
Well, she had the books
That was
downstairs.
the best answer.
She had the books downstairs, and when we were going to show her the pot and everything, she was going to take us into that room to look at it. Before, I will admit, I lost my head there, and I do apologize for that.
Bad choice of words.
Wow.
Okay, to be fair, I'm the only one who was
Sorry.
aware of my horse being beheaded. You guys don't
No,
know that.
this is Sarah.
This is
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking out of the corner of my mouth. I'm just
I'm so
making
sorry.
fun of you as a real human.
But she was going to show us
Who are
some
you talking
books.
to there, Calvin?
So,
Yeah.
possibly what information we need on how to seal up this sludge, or what this horn can do, might be down there.
Or
Why
why
don't we just
just
burn
started
it in a
doing this
fire?
now.
What, Luke? What?
Johnson, not Luke, Johnson says, why don't we burn it in a fire?
No,
But we
no,
don't know
no,
what'll
we
happen
can't.
if we do that.
Yeah, it could be part of some weird ritual. I want to know why, if this thing's been in this temple for however long, why it's suddenly starting to damage things now, because maybe Yolanda made it happen, or maybe she didn't.
I'm gonna go back down the stairs and go into the library
Cool.
area.
I'm gonna follow
Okay.
him.
Okay.
Oh shit,
You
I
go
just
into the
remembered I
library,
can't read. This is
I'm
like,
here
he
with
can
you.
read at the he's gonna like walk into the room, turn to the others and say, "Now, I'm gonna be honest here. I can only read very basic level. I've never gone to school. So, if you guys could help me, we could probably find the information much faster."
I'll read it with you. We can work it out together.
I'm gonna look to the mayor and say, "You should probably go to your clinic, infirmary, whatever you called it earlier.
Healer.
Your healer, because I did the best I can, but
Can you both read?
I mean, I can read at a basic level. I mean, between me and Edrick and
Between a merchant, a fisherman, and a lumberjack, I'm sure you can figure something out.
what about Johnson?
But the lumberjack
Johnson
can
had
read.
To,
The
Johnson
lumberjack
probably
can
had to
read.
read a night code at
Yeah,
some
he's all
point.
I can
occulty.
read, and if I can't read, then we can always just find another way to do whatever the heck you do it.
Look at the pictures. Find a picture book. No, okay, hear me out. We got a merchant who can read at a basic level. We have a fisherman. I don't know. We have a lumberjack who says he
I read
can
the
read.
newspaper.
And
I
we
know
have-
a lot. I can read a lot more than I'm letting on.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he brought us the book, so he can probably read a lot better than us. So if we work together, I'm going to look at the mayor again. You go get medical help with Johnson. Maybe he'll take you back into town,
Yes.
and we'll find all the information that we need to down here. Hopefully.
Mayor Faraway, we should get you to the healer as soon as possible before you bleed to death.
Yeah, I did the best I could there, but you're gonna
Okay.
need some like professional medical help.
John Johnson, carry me.
Absolutely, my mayor. John Johnson very calmly collects you, princess style, carries you up the stairs and out of the temple.
I'm gonna look to the other two and say, why do I feel like people carrying the mayor around is normal?
Well, we have a,
It's a
we have a
strange
festival
convention
every
in
other,
this town.
every other year where we just take turns carrying the mayor. Kind of
It's
weird.
called Carry the Merry Festival.
Kind of a weird festival, if you ask me.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah, there's no street food or music or anything.
We're
We
just
just
we're
take
just
turns
carrying
carrying him
him.
around a hole.
I'm gonna say right now, I
One
have
of,
traveled.
one of his opponent's promises on re-election was to abolish Carry the Merry Day, but I think that's why he's not doing as well in the polls.
Probably.
I think we kind of like it.
I will say right now, in all of my travel in the storm plains, I have never heard of this festival before in my life.
I tried having
Everyone-
Sid carry him before, and he almost got crushed, and I had to rebuild him.
Oh,
Everyone used library use rolls,
Okay.
except for you, who's not here, Finick.
12, which is regular success.
how did I do? Okay, I failed. By the way,
I failed.
Cool.
I like really
And you
badly
succeeded,
failed.
Calvin?
I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
regular.
Okay.
It works in character. Why not?
Calvin, you find a book which outlines how to sanctify desecrated locations and objects,
Mm-hmm.
which seems like similar to what Donovan suggested of like, let's put this thing in here. Sanctifying is like one step away from storage, you know?
Yeah, sure.
It's just storage with
Even in
extra
the
steps.
dictionary.
What it outlines is that you should, under the guide of Stivus, within salted water, submerge both whatever items you wish to sanctify for at least a year. Seal it away in like a cask, an urn, some sort of storage vessel, and then bring it as far away from the ocean as you could. And that is how to sanctify things under the guise of or under the blessing of Stivus.
Now, if you want the fast way,
The fast way is to burn it.
no.
Okay.
Do you show?
I'm once I've reached this page, I'm just gonna like show it around to the group and say, looks like this is what we're gonna need. We're gonna need some salt water, we're gonna need a big casket, and we're gonna need somewhere to seal it that's very far from the ocean so it can't be invoked or hurt anyone.
Donovan's gonna raise his hand and say, I came to this town with many pots, many of which have lids, many of which I got from people who didn't know the value of their items and gave to me at a fair price.
Hey, you want this pot?
I also live inland. I'm traveling back after this. I feel I deserve a bit of a break. And though I don't have my horse, I may be able to sell my pots in town, my other pots, and I might be able to get myself a replacement until I reach home.
I mean, sounds as good as any, but are you sure you're not going to become, I don't know, corrupted by it or damaged by it? I mean, Yolanda's never been anything but wonderful, and it did something to her.
Oh, she was the sweetest old thing.
I know.
It's such a shame.
It makes me wonder what happened in the first place for her to get in contact with it, whether she was the first
this
one,
is why
or
we
whether...
have a curfew.
I turn a book over and, oh, look, it's her diary. We learn everything. No,
Yep.
I look to them and I say, I know you don't know me. I don't know you much either.
I don't know me.
At this
Johnson,
point,
aren't
I'm
you supposed to
really
be helping the
questioning...
mayor get to the infirmary?
At this point, I don't much know myself. But I am true to my word. If anything should happen, I'll have a failsafe. And
what's that?
I have, in my travels, made friends with numerous groups. Luke, shut the fuck up.
I'm not saying a word.
He's making
in
faces.
In my travels, I have made friends with various groups of people of various standings in life. I can have someone send a message to you. If they see me and something odd is happening, if I'm not acting like myself, they will bring word to you. Does that sound... I know you don't trust me. I'm not sure what'll happen here.
You helped save our town from some kind of a death cult. You helped save our fishing. I think I can trust that you'll do that.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to Calvin and say, I think I'd like to get that crawfish and a half now, too, while I'm at it. I'm fairly hungry after all day traveling.
Character development.
Of course.
And then you perform, after this small source of levity, you do perform this sanctified rite of sealing upon this horn. You store it in a large urn and tar over the top of it, as well as the lid, to prevent it from being released once more. And obviously, you mark it in some way so that you don't just sell it to some random person.
Yeah.
The next day, after... because this would be in the mid-afternoon already, so there's no point in leaving today. The next day, you depart from Cornby back to the interior of the country and away from the coast, or at least further inland. Not to say you're near the coast now, but definitely further inland back to your home of Garley. And you acquire a new horse before leaving. People are curious as to what happened. It's up to you if you tell them what actually happened here in Cornby before you leave, but either way, you do, in fact, leave Cornby. And at this point, Alina closes the book. It is now late into the evening. She kind of looks around, and to no one in particular, she's going to go, wow, I was really hoping there would be a more, climatic ending, like there would be a bigger climax, like something big would just happen. It wouldn't just, all end in the bottom of a church somewhere, but that's kind of, all right, is there a sequel or something? And she gets up and starts searching the shelves for some sort of sequel.
The sequel where we set the fucking box on fire and Satan comes and we fight it.
I guess
is that what you wanted? No, is that what you fucking wanted?
No. Can I just say I wanted to add in quietly, like as I'm riding out of town, a smirk appears on my face. I'm like, well, that was easier than I thought. And I pat the urn. Oh, that's way better. And I'm like,
that's so much better.
It's time to get you back to your homeland, friend. And we
ride
off into the distance.
Yep, that's the actual canonical ending. And
Are
Alina
we
goes,
editing this to make that
oh my
the
gosh.
ending?
Is there no? Oh my gosh, there must be a sequel somewhere, and she searches for it.
To be honest, I really, really thought that John Johnson would kill me while he's bringing me back.
Seriously?
Jesus.
So, that's our Halloween special, folks. I hope that you...
No.
What?
No.
It's not our Halloween special.
It's our Weenie Hollow
Oh,
special.
I'm sorry.
Weenie
It's our Weenie
Hollow.
Hollow special.
Damn it.
And I hope that this series of episodes has been in any way entertaining for you. This is a tradition that we, as a group of friends, like to do every single year for Halloween or Weenie Hollow, is do what we call a spook shot. So I hope you've enjoyed this year, this year's Weenie Hollow spook shot. Sarah, what's our stuff? Do the outro, Sarah.
There's an outro?
What?
Thank you so much for listening to our little side mini-series, and we hope it provided you some frights and some delights this wonderful Weenie Hollow season. If you liked it or didn't like it, please let us know on our social media so we can, get some feedback, see what worked, what didn't, what we can do
Burn
next
it.
year. So that's
Please?
on our Instagram or our Twitter at Trials and Trebs, and we also have a wonderful Discord server where you can give us feedback, talk to our fans, see fan art, and see some Discord exclusive content like hilarious bloopers and wonderful behind the scenes moments. So once again, at Trials and Trebs, and you can find our Discord server on the social media. Thank you so much, and it was really wonderful to have you this 5 or 6 hours.
Please tweet at us for every single mistake of Call of Cthulhu we made, please. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
listening, though. We'll be back with regular episodes next week. So, bye.
Bye.
Bye.